Welcome to Our 360 News. I'm Chad Hewlett. Last night, 27-year-old Rayshard Brooks killed by two police officers in Atlanta as he was fleeing from an attempted arrest. To talk about the legal ramifications of this situation and other things kind of surrounding it, we're going to talk to attorney LaTonya Askew today. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Quite well, quite well. Let's dive right into it. Sure. Before we get into really specific stuff, though, I want to know, how are you feeling?
I'm hurt, I'm mad, and I'm frustrated, as many African Americans are. We wake up every morning and the first thing we see on the news is another Black man or woman, in the case of Breonna Taylor, being killed. And we're bothered, we're hurt, and it needs to stop.
Would you say that's the general consensus among other Atlantans as well? I
would definitely say that. Black and white.
It's enough, right?
It's enough. And I don't think we can take any more.
Understandable. Mm-hmm. So, as an attorney, what can you do to assist in the proper handling of this case and this situation?
Well, the first thing you have to do is look at the whole case as a whole. You need to look at dash cam videos, any cameras, any witnesses, cell phone footage. Look at the law and see what you can do. With a case like this, you want to be very mindful of the law. If you don't have the experience, then you need to hand it off to somebody else. But it's a delicate case, and it should be handled. With an attorney that has the experience to handle such a case.
Got you. So, switching gears for a second, under Georgia law, what charge do you think should be or could be filed in this situation?
Definitely not first degree murder. First degree murder has to do with premeditation. I would probably say second degree murder, which is typically defined as an unintentional, intentional murder that lacks premeditation. And the kicker is premeditation. This was not premeditated. However, it did cause bodily harm, and demonstrates an extreme indifference to human life. This man died. He was shot 3 times in the back.
Got you. So the GBI has been called in to investigate this shooting. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for this case?
I would say it's a good thing. I would definitely say it's a good thing. You have the Georgia Bureau of Investigations. I think it's a good thing for you to bring someone from the outside in to help with the case. I think it's an awesome thing.
Got you. So if this was a civilian that just got finished tussling, like these two guys just got finished tussling with Mr. Brooks, and Mr. Brooks, maybe grabbed one of their tasers or stun guns and ran away as he was fleeing, do you think that they would be charged?
Yeah, of course. I think it would probably be a different charge. I think when you're dealing with the police, you always want to think best of the police. You always want to think where they were trying to protect the public. This man grabbed their taser. He was running away. He was a flight risk. He was dangerous. But I think if it was a civilian, maybe first degree murder. Now, do I think first degree murder would likely hold up in court? No, but I think that would be the first initial charge. When you're dealing with the police, automatically you want to think the best of the police. So you want to maybe charge them with second degree murder. You're not thinking of first degree. But however, like I said, if it was a civilian, I do think possibly first degree murder. Do I think the charges would uphold in court? No. Probably would be lowered down to second degree murder. You have to be able to prove those elements. You have to be able to prove premeditation. If you can't prove premeditation, then there's no first degree murder charge.
Got you. So just as a kind of a follow-up to a previous question, do you know of any organizations maybe that are centered around legal professionals, like the Bar Association, the Leary Bar, or even the Black Law Student Association, that are either planning or looking to get involved here in this particular shooting?
Not as of yet, but I'm sure GABWA, Georgia Association of Black Women Attorneys, I can see them stepping in, trying to help. They do a lot for the communities, do a lot for the Black communities and also Black attorneys. So I could see GABWA possibly joining in. Again, Georgia Association of Black Women Attorneys. I can definitely see that happening.
Okay. One more question for you.
Sure.
The state president of the NAACP has called for the resignation of APD's police chief. What do you think about that?
I have mixed feelings. I'll just leave that. I have mixed feelings on that. I have mixed feelings. But I will say I understand why. I definitely understand why. But I have mixed feelings on that.
Completely fair. Is there anything else that you want to say to the people, to our audience here on Hour 360 News?
Please be safe. Please be careful. Tomorrow's not promised. Life is short. You leave your home and you thinking you're going out to run an errand and you may not make it home. So just please be safe and please be mindful of your surroundings and be blessed.
Thank you so much. That's going to do it for us here at Hour 360 News. We will catch you guys later. Have a great day.